He looks at them and says, the players tell him, when you wander as you wish in the land of his pharmacy. He tells them that he entered here and paid as much as you paid. His word will be your land alone. They tell him, because we hunt here every day, so it belongs to us, of course. Since you trespassed on what is ours, he must leave your magic stones, just as you leave your arm to us in return for hunting monsters. Look at them, the hero of the story. And his mother says, I can hardly believe that I befriended the bullies I was hearing about on the internet. You have made a grave mistake. They tell him, it seems you don't understand what I said. Modern weapons like bombs, pistols, and other electronic things don't work here in the cell. If any problem occurs between the players inside, we have no choice but to rely on each other's testimonies. But often, in the event of an accident, it is reported that the death was caused by a monster. The hero of our story says to himself, there are always those who take advantage of these points and take their belongings and equipment, and in dire cases, they may even kill them. Tell me, the hero of our story, I think you have not understood what I told you yet. So let us show you, comrades. They are my children. They attack the hero of our story with one push from the top and side, but he repels them with his bare hand. It seems that they are upset, but he takes out the bat sword and breaks some swords with his sword. He then continues the battle, once with his bare hand, once with his sword, hitting one of the players in the face, flying the distance, and the other decides to run away, catches up with him, and smashes his head into the ground. They say they are very foolish, even though they are defeated, but they are persistent. Take the shield out of space, one of them says, who is hiding behind the trees. It seems they are doing well, although it would be better if I went and killed him myself. It would be enough if I cut off one of his legs. He decides to appear. The hero of our story says to him, you are part of the security team. One of the players is attacking the hero of our story. The guild leader says, what did he say? The player, the hero of our story, says, I did this to the members of my guild. The hero of our story tells him that they were the ones who started the attack first. But he hates the hero of our story with a surprise attack. But the hero of our story repels the surprise attack. The player says, who on earth is this person? The player repeats the attack, but he repels it. The player says to himself, he repelled the attack, even though I completed my promotion to the second level with his skills. He should not run in a goblin dungeon. I wanted to end this quickly, but it seems that I have to use my other arm. He attacks him from above with his sword, but the hero of our story repels his attack with his shield. The hero of our story says to himself that he is strong, that he is different from those players I fought before, and on top of that, his strength and speed. No, every aspect of him is stronger than me. Even though he uses a great sword, I am faster than a vampire's blade. If it wasn't for my armor, I probably would have gotten hurt. But how did he get here? Why is he doing this? I need to get out of here first. He uses the Sultanate Road skill and launches it towards the player. It explodes and burns the hair of the player. The player is upset and says this time, how is he going to attack him? The hero of our story says that it was not a fatal blow. I should not have hoarded this point in vain. But the player pursues him. The hero of our story attacks him with a sword. But the hero of our story repels the attack. He fires a spear at the player, but the player avoids the attack and is upset by that. The hero of our story pursues him and finds him, but he tries to attack him, to wound him. He does not try to kill him. The hero of our story says that there is something preventing him. He does not want to. The hero of the story fires the fire spear a second time. The fire spear hits the player. He becomes very upset and says, this time again, curse him. Our story, after the attack, he opens his case to search for a skill that he seems to have found. He says it is more than 20 billion points. Passive skills book. You cannot use it for an hour. Whenever you feel that your life is threatened, all your stats will increase by 50% for 60 seconds. System, will you buy the passive skills? Book, survival instinct, heroic rank. You cannot redeem an item that has been purchased or traded. Yes, of course. The system tells him, will you learn the passive skills book? Survival instinct, heroic rank? Yes, the passive skills book has been learned. The player appears in front of him and tells him, well, there is no way to escape if he surrenders. Well, it seems that you have already surrendered. The hero of our story says that it is only 60 seconds. I need to make him unable to fight. And during that time, he prepares to fight. The player attacks him, but a beautiful woman appears to stop the fight. It seems that she sensed the development of the hero of our story, so she decided to intervene. The hero of our story says to myself, who is this? But she attacks the player, breaking his sword with one blow. He says, what just happened? The woman goes to him and says, hello, Sean, you were rude the last time we met. The hero of our story feels that he has seen her before. The hero of our story mentions that she is the one who rose to give the rare dare in the dungeon of the Red Wolves. If she remembers, thank you for your help. But she says to him, I don't have to apologize. I'm not being honest. I was witnessing all of this the whole time. I was watching from the beginning, since they started their work. I'm very sorry because I didn't help from the beginning. A story, and he says their job. She tells him they are bandits. He tells her, if you were waiting for proof that these men were criminals. She tells him no. I wanted to see how strong you are. I will officially introduce myself. I am the chairman of the Shin Players Association Supervision. I did not come here to follow these men, but I came to you, Mr. Sean, he says. What do you mean? You respond to him, saying, let us get out of the cell and talk. But first we have to clean this place up. First, he says, despite that, you said that these men were repeat criminals. Are there records of them committing similar crimes before? She tells him yes, there was no evidence. But she was threatened as a suspect in many disappearances. The hero of the story says disappearance. She tells him, yes, we say disappearance, but in reality, they are dying. He tells her, but I don't think they had any intention of killing me. She tells him that that's what she thinks too. He just asks her why they would do such a thing. She tells him that she will need to know that now. She goes to the players and tells him that she knows that he is awake, so he stood up. I did not want to resort to violence. You hurt him, scream at whoever you tell him. It would have been better for you if you had woken up to die earlier. Why did Mr. Choi get involved in this business? Tell her, play. What the hell are you talking about? I was just trying to protect the guild members who were being attacked. It's unfair. Also, is it possible for an official in the association to assault a player? Moreover, you attacked an unconscious person. I will convey this news to the public and inform the police. Shane says to him, if you really fainted, how did you know that I am the director of implementation of the players union? But he is confused. She says, are you stupid? Can you really not understand your situation? We are in a cell. If I kill you here, no one will know. Do you really think that the Shun master who tried to kill him would go testify to the police for you? If you don't want the goblin dungeons to become a graveyard for you and your guild members, it would be better for you to comply. Well, you have to have at least some use as a witness to stay alive, don't you think? He says to her, are you threatening me now? An enforcement official in the players union threatens to kill the player, Bree. Shin says, it seems you haven't understood yet. You asked the hero of our story to leave them for a moment. On your way, please make sure that the men you took down before cannot escape. It will get annoying if any of them do that. He tells her, yes, I understand. It seems that the player has entered fear into his heart. He tells her, don't kill me, I am truly sorry.